everyone! Welcome back! Today we are making the Filipino kare-kare. What is a kare-kare? It is a stew made with peanut sauce. And it's typically made with oxtail. It's very popular in the Philippines. Sometimes we use beef, as what I will be using today. And as in this house, we also have a seafood version of the kare-kare, which is basically just stew. It's a stew with a peanut sauce. Today I'll be using beef for this recipe. I'm just going to cut the beef into serving size pieces. What have you been up to? Have you tried the kare-kare? And if you have, is this a favorite in your household? I am using about 2.5 pounds of, this is a tender cut of beef. This is a Wagyu, but it's the shoulder. It's not the expensive cut. So I have, let's start with a little bit of oil in our hot pan. Hot pan. Just a little bit of oil. A little bit. We're going to brown. You want that sizzle. We're going to brown our beef. So I have 2.5 pounds, more than 2.5 pounds of beef for this recipe. We are going to brown it. Add a little seasoning to it. Salt and pepper will be okay. It's been a long time that I have not done this recipe. I normally make it before when me and my love team, my husband, were not empty nesters yet. But as you all know, this channel is about empty nesting. So it's just me and my husband now. This is how we go about with our life as empty nesters. I used to make this a lot when my kids were growing up. And I have one child that is a pescatarian. So I always make a version for her using seafood. But when they come over and visit, I make the kare-kare or during special occasions. There you go. This is 2.5 pounds of Wagyu beef shoulder. I'm just browning it. And we're gonna make it very simple. Make it very simple. I'm going to use, instead of the ground peanuts that we use in the Philippines, I am going to use peanut butter for this. I have a creamy one. And I have not really decided if I will use the creamy or the crunchy one. Crunchy for texture. But I also have a creamy one. So I have not really decided on which one to use, but I'll use one of this for the sauce. And I have an instant, whoops, almost fell, instant kare-kare peanut sauce mix. This will make life easy for me. I don't have to boil the peanuts and ground it or boil or toast the rice. Normally, the old people in the Philippines, they use rice. They toast it in a little bit of oil, and then they ground it alongside with the peanuts. They toast it in a pan and they grind it. But we make it easy. We're going to use peanut butter and an instant kare-kare peanut sauce mix for this. So while we're browning, we're gonna brown all the sides of the beef. We'll come back again and I'll show you the next step. Okay? This is a house seasoning. It's salt, pepper, and garlic. So let's season the beef at this point. As we brown it, just want a nice sear on all the sides of the beef. Okay guys, so at this point, it looks like we already have a nice sear on the sides of the beef. We're just gonna add about 2 cups or 3 cups of water. 1, 2, 3. 3 cups of water. We are going to boil that. We'll come back for this one maybe after 20 to 30 minutes and we'll check it again. I chose the chunky peanut butter for the sauce. We're just going to melt this in a cup of water, a cup or 2 of water, and then we're going to add our kare-kare sauce mixture. So maybe half of this container. Half of this container. This is the chunky one. Just gonna melt it in some water. So I then added the half of the container of the crunchy peanut butter in hot water. And also I'm going to add the kare-kare sauce instant mixture into this one. And we're just gonna melt it in the hot water. So I then added 1 medium-sized eggplant to the boiling water with the beef that's already tender. So we're just gonna leave that to boil for another 2 to 3 minutes. And now we're going to add our bok choy. Normally, in the Philippines, they use beef cheeks or oxtail or tripe for the kare-kare. And some people use beef, so I use beef. Sometimes other people also use seafood for the kare-kare. So it just depends on your preference. But today we're doing the beef kare-kare. And at this point, we're going to add our mixture of the peanut butter and the kare-kare sauce mixture, the instant kare-kare sauce mixture. Y'all, this is the easiest kare-kare video that you will see. No frills. Easy kare-kare video that you will see. No frills. We're just gonna wait for this to boil. And thicken. I'll see you again in a few. Now that it's boiling and it's super thick, and that is what the instant kare-kare mix does for your recipe. This is a quick recipe. If you don't have time, you're in a rush, you want that kare-kare fix, get this one. This will make your life and your cooking kare-kare easier and faster. And with this one, of course, we use the shrimp paste This is the condiment that we normally use with our kare-kare. This is our salty factor because the kare-kare is creamy. It's creamy and it's very umami, so you need something salty, and that's what the bagoong does for the kare-kare to complete the kare-kare experience. Our kare-kare is ready. The beef is so tender. The vegetables are just right. We have our sauce in there. It's time to try it. So, let's get some of the veggies, of course. This is bok choy. Let me try the beef. I'm using Wagyu shoulder for this. And of course, let's try also the eggplant with this. This will not be complete without our bagoong. That is the shrimp paste. Let's try it. Look how tender this beef is. Look how tender. Oh my gosh. This is Filipino kare-kare. I'm using beef shoulder for this. Gonna add a little bit of our shrimp paste. There you go. Oh. Oh my god. It's so good. And the eggplant. Oh my god. Filipino kare-kare for the win. Try this recipe next time. Now I think I need some rice. See you all again.